Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Muzza's Manic Machines. Good to see you guys. Before we go on ahead, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, share this video around. This is a good one. I actually get things done in one video, one little gusset I make. So without further ado, I will carry on and pass you on to me. Enjoy. Alright, had some of my cordial, did some more editing, had a bit of a think, and the whole idea between this car is the way it's parked in the workshop is it's over to the right hand side. So it was the start in this front right corner and it was coming around to this lower radiator support. The engine bay is good. It needs scuffing back in that, and now I want to start tackling this area here. So this door's got to come off. I've got to cut this plenum off here, take that off and see how bad it is underneath. I've noticed the rust. Once I take the door off, I'll see how far that comes down to there. If it's there, I might just chop this section off, take this section off here. I'll just readjust the camera. I'm thinking of taking this section off, cutting that whole section out and the plenum part off the parts car, and then weld it into this here. There's a little bit of a rust hole there which I can fix. The rest of this A-pillar is fine, except for down here. I've just got to, I'll probably just cut a piece out and put another piece of metal in there. But before I do all this, I need to see how on the other side there's a piece over there, and this side somebody's taking it off. Might have been rusty or something like that. I tried to take this piece off the parts car, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually try and make I'm going to make a template out of card, and then I'm going to try and bend it in Rod's bender and see if I can actually recreate that. So I'm going to do that now because there's some rain coming. I'm going to set up the camera on the parts car. I'm going to get the card out, fold it over, and see if we can get that working. But we've got progress. Alright, so I've just got some card from my son, and I'm just going to start from here and fold it over. Maybe chop some off here and there. Maybe this side here, we'll do it this way. So I'm just going to chop this up here so we can fold it down. So I'm just going to chop that down there, just so it'll allow me to fold it down. At the moment it's not going to let me fold. So we need to gonna hammer this out. Oh, there goes my pencil. Uh-oh. Keeps moving. Keeps moving, but we'll get a basic shape here. Hang on. So that's our basic shape. I'm just going to reach down and grab my pencil. Oh, t-shirt stuck. So we've got this goes to that there. Just going to cut this up here, and then we're going to cut a little bit bigger so I've got a bit of space. Just cutting a little bit outside the lines so I can double check, because it was moving around, as you saw, wobbling around everywhere. Oh, that's not straight, Muzza. Not happy with that at all. It's completely stuffed it up. Let's see if I can save it. No, I'm going to have to go get another card. It moved as I was hammering it. Done. Alright, I've got another one here. So, just trying this out now. So, just got to line this one up. And try and line it up straight. On that line there. And that there. Hold still. And as soon as I hit it, as you see, it moves. So I've got to somehow hold still. Alright, we've got something there. So if I go down here, and that's cut itself there on the edge quite nicely. Just cut that off. So let's cut this off here. Just going to cut that right across, make it a bit smaller. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we'll mark this section here now. Holding it tight. Come in. You don't need that top bit now. So that lines up pretty well. We can do a fold here. So mark that as a bend. I'll try and tighten that up. So that's the fold there. We've got a fold. And that there. And then we've got to come down on an angle and an angle. So got this in position. Now, there. Okay, I'm slowly making this smaller and smaller. I've got to keep bringing that down. There. We've just got to keep bringing that down. bring that across now. We're slowly the template is forming. Just trying to see where that ends. That's made a nice cut there for us. And we're going to have to add 10mm onto the end. So all I'm going to do, we'll just remember to cut that 10mm more. Okay. And then we fold that up there. I'm going to cut this angle here. There we go, we've got our piece there. The only thing that's missing is a little piece coming out from here, but I might make a separate piece there and weld it in separately, because I don't think there's a way I can bend that in the bender and then bend this piece to start with, and I've got to bend this piece and this piece. I won't be able to bend that piece there, I don't think, but I might leave it loose. But that's our template. That is exactly what we need to make up there, and then we'll put some holes in too. Where are the holes? There's some holes here. Just mark the holes. Mark the holes. Mark the holes. So we've got the holes there for later as well. So there we go. Now we just got to go replicate this into metal. So we can pull it out, get the shape that we want, and then fold it up, mark it out how we want on the bender. All right, let's go. Where's that button? Okay, so the next step is to mark it out. So we've got our little template, we'll just expand it. Working on a great workbench here of the concrete floor. I'm going to use this section here. I'm going to try and keep the big part later for if there's bigger areas or anything like that. I'm just trying to use the smaller bits here as we go. So we'll just mark this out. Make sure it doesn't move. Now, there was a piece that bends off here. I don't know whether to put it in or we'll weld it in later. I think I'll just tack that piece in later. We'll just make it a bit easier. Oh. Not the straightest. Okay, so that's our shape that we want. We'll get some timber and wood, and we can grind that out. Could probably try and use the plasma cutter. Let's try and use the plasma cutter on that today. Got some tight corners and things like that. Let's see how it goes. I don't know why my plasma cutter's got a 4 metre. It's got, this lead is 4 metres, the earth lead's only a metre. Makes it ridiculously fun. Need to get the compressor going again. See if you can see that. I'll just check that you can see that. Yep. Alright. Fingers crossed, legs crossed. Let's see if this is going to work. Not the straightest of cuts. Kind of cocked it up. Hot, 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 hot. I'm going to have another go at that. I'm not happy with that at all. I might try and use the straight edges. That was really, really crap. Really crap. I suck at freehand. I'm going to redraw that. Like I said, I'm not that good at plasma cutting. I don't know how people can do freehand plasma cutting, but I'm definitely not the person for it. So let's try it again. Let's get 2 corners and try it again. Alright, what I'm going to try and use this time, I'm going to try and use the ruler and use that to do a better job. Hopefully it works this time. I might get some extra bits of timber. That sucks. Got my dodgy glove. I have to use. Let's take our time with this, eh? Okay, that looks like it'll work. That is a straight line. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're going to go from there to there. I'll try and use this one. That's a bit big, isn't it? I probably could have used the grinder. I'm trying to use these new tools and get used to it. What's the point of getting a plasma cutter if you can't use it? So let's try that and see what it does. That's coming up right on the line nicely. I'm quite happy with that. We need to somehow, oh, we can clamp this over here. We clamp that there. Yep. That moved. Oh, that moved again. Move across. Okay, so now I'm just going to slice this edge off. That's looking pretty good, actually. I know, hot tamales. Going to come across with that. Let the air build up, but we're working our way across quite nicely actually. Oh, nearly tripped over myself. That one was a little rough. I'm going to try and do this next one freehand. It's only short. I'll try and put my foot on here and try and get some balance. Oh, I think I was on the timber. Alright. We might clean this up with a grinder a little bit when we're finished. This ain't going to be good. What we'll do, put that out there. Woo, that's hot. Yeah. Come into there. There we go. Where I wanted to cut came out really nice. I think I might cut this piece here next. If we can get that to sit in there. Ooh, she's getting warm. She's getting warm. Woo! Okay. Could be a bit tighter. There we go. Alright, we'll bring that across down. Hopefully we get a nice cut out of this. That's the type of cuts I've been wanting to get all along. So glad I bought this clamp. So glad. On to our last cut now. This is the one I needed a little bit longer. Remember? It's got a fold on it, so we're just going to go a little bit longer here. Just go about there. Worst case, we can cut that up if we need to. Oh, my back's starting to get sore in this position. Oh, my back. I might just put my foot on that and cut that across. Let me just tilt this up a bit. That's my first. I've got to clean up. That's my first effort. That's the second effort with a plasma cutter. Heaps better job. So I'll just clean it up a little bit. I think some spots there wasn't a good earth at times, but way better than freehand. That looks like a state in the United States of America. That looks like it's halfway on this way to being a piece that we need for the XP wagon. Alright, I'm just going to clean this up with the grinder. I'll catch up with you soon when we get back to the bender. Alright, so once again, I've just cleaned up the daggy bits on the grinder. That was the freehand job. It just looks like a mess, and this looks really good. And looking on that, it looks good as well, so I'm quite happy with that. So we need to work out our folds, because when you're folding you want to make sure that you've got enough space to be able to flip it if you need to. That's going to be the hard part. So I think I might leave this part last because it's going to have the length. So we'll fold that part last. I think we'll have enough space because that will sit that way. So we might have to fold this first part first, that little strengthening piece. So this is what I got taught by my tutor Ben. He was really good. So we'll go one. So we'll mark all the lines, and then we'll map out an order. If you don't map out the order, you'll end up being too small and then you won't be able to bend up. You won't be able to get it on the bender properly. So you've got to work out where you're going to have everything. So the first one's coming down here. Well, looks like it's a bit of an angle there, but so it's just here. There. And the second one. Oh, see, I nearly stuffed it there. The first one's actually up here. So, dirty fingers. Not coming off, but I'm just going to write this one. Might be on the other side anyway, but we'll work our way through. So that's the fold there, and that's the other fold there. This side of line. So I'm just giving myself little references where of the line we've got to go to. So we know we've got to fold there, and we know we've got to fold along that side of the line there. Now, so this has to fold down. So we're going to do this one first. So we're going to do that one first. So I'm going to draw another. I'm going to redo my remarker on the back, because not all folding from the same way, are they? So we're just going to remark it from there and go one. That's our first cut. Not a cut, first fold. And then we've got that there. So how does it work? Again, that way. So we've got to try and sit it that way. That's got to fold down. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do this little one first, because it's not going to be able to reach. Once I fold that, it's not going to reach the edge of that there. So I can do this one first. I've got to fold it down that way, or up that way, so it's underneath. And then I'm going to come in. That's going to be a problem. It's going to want to fold that. I'm going to have to fold this line on the vise. I'm just going to have to do it old school, but otherwise I've got the line there, but that line intersects this triangulated piece, which has to be flat. If I put it in the bender, it's going to bend it. So what I'm going to have to do is do old school way and bend this line with a hammer on the vise, and then I can bend this one out the other way. Alright, just going to check that now in the order. So we're going to, so that's our piece there, the way it sits. That's the way it sits. That has to bend down, which means we have to set it up this way on the edge here. So we're just going to set it up there, like so. Get a big heavy bit of metal. So you don't need a bender. If you don't have a bender, you can bend them on a vise. There are ways of doing it. So you're going to see me do it on a vise later on as well. So I'm going to put these in here. Lines marked up. Put this one here. Too tight. Still too tight. Still too tight. That's not too bad. Here's this one. Still too tight. Alright. Put the handles in. And let's bend. And bend that up. Give it a nice little, and that'll give it some strength too. Alright. So that's our first bend. Bit bigger, bit longer than what's on the factory, but we can trim it down anyway. So our next bend has to be down, and then that's going to let us do that bend there. Yeah, we'll be able to do that bend. We might have to do all these on the vise. Alright, I'm going to bring you guys over this way. I'm going to go move the camera over to the vise so you can see what I'm doing over there. Alright, so coming over here to the vise, and I need to bend this down. So I'm going to set it on the edge there. I'm going to line it up roughly where it needs to go, like so. On that line, matches the back edge. Really tight, really tight. Just going to give it a fold over. I'm going to try and get, I did have a ball peen hammer, I don't know where it is. Just going to use the hammer and see what we can come up with. So I'm just hammering it across left and right. Little bend. Try to straighten it out. There we go. That is 90 degrees. Okay. Whoop, that's really tight. So now we have to work out a way. Just going to go over here quickly and see if I can bend this. So this is what I was trying to tell you before. If you don't work out your bends, see now where that's supposed to be, that line, I've got to bend this upwards. That's got to come up. But see how it doesn't line up? Because it's down there on that edge. And that's going to hold it up. So I've got no way of bending this. I've got to do it old school over on the vise. Has to be done on the vise. My kingdom for a big brake press. See if we can get a bit closer for you guys. Like you beautiful people there. Alright. There we go. So now this has to be bent up. So I'm going to put this in here. Along the line. Really tight again. You don't want this to move. Okay. See if I can start the bending. Yeah, and now I'll just tap left and right, left and right. I'll give it a bit of a push. Bend it flat a little bit. Okay. Oh, that's tight. There we have our bracket. I'm going to go try it. Let's see how it fits. I won't try it without you, so you can see if I'm going to be disappointed or happy. I must say I'm impressed. I haven't tried this yet, so I'm smiling because it's been a while since I've made anything like this. Quite complex. It doesn't look complex when it's done, but it's quite good to get it out of here once you see it and work it out. So here goes. It fits, but I need to trim this piece off here. Oh, I left along, I should have done that bit there. Okay, I've just got to trim this piece off, and it looks like it's going to fit. Alright, just give me a few minutes, I'll just trim this off. Alright, so here goes again. It's not quite supposed to be 90 degrees, I've just noticed. It's supposed to be in a little bit. Let's see if we can bend it here and there a bit. Just got to try and bend that a little bit more. Good luck, Moz. There we go, now it's not 90. It actually works. It actually works. This piece works. Alright, so here's the piece sitting in the car now. What I had to do, you can see that the angle goes down that way. I'll show you what I did. I used the bender and the vise to make it 90 degrees. But if you have to go a bit less, I'll just show you. I just had this out here, and I just put it on. I had to open up this angle here, that angle there. So I just put it on there and held it down with my hand and gave it a little tap along that crease. And what that did, it opened it up, and as you can see, it's got that angle now. And coming back here, she sits in there right where it needs to sit. Everything lines up really, really well. I'm really happy with that. So what I've got to do now is transpose some holes into here from the old one. So we'll pick this up. We've got our cardboard here with our marker, and we'll just come over here and I'll just set this up again. Just trying to set up the tripod one-handed, holding the template and a pen and holding the camera. It's not working, so I'm just going to pause the video, pause the camera so I can actually get this adjusted. Crap, now everything's falling apart. Alright, so I just went on the other car and just hammered out the holes, and I've got the little spot weld holes, so I'm just going to line that up. Hope these... So I've got the holes marked up, and I've got some spot weld holes that I've got to drill as well. So we can get that spot welding in for later. Okay, so we'll go get the timber. That's outside. And that's ready to go. The next video is going to be on that top A pillar and the plenum, so I'll be cutting the plenum up and everything like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this, all you beautiful people out there. I love making these videos for you guys. Hopefully it's entertaining, or something you can watch while you're having your lunch break, or on the toilet. You know, something to occupy you. Maybe you're learning a few things and seeing what's going on. So I'm just going to keep moving on here. Like I said, a video a week. Hopefully this week I'm going to try and do something every second day of the week and get some movement, because I want to try and get that A pillar done. It's February now, middle of February. I'd like to say by the end of February have it welded, the top of the A pillar, but more than likely, let's say middle of March, but let's see how we go with it. So thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe buttons. Tell your friends, tell your peoples, all the other peoples that know about cars that might be interested. Hope to see you guys soon, very, very soon. All right, take care, beautiful people. See you soon. Bye.